While many businesses are looking for different AI solutions with the primary goal of cutting cost or reduce their staff, I believe that there is a far more valuable approach that businesses should take by creating a really effective system that harness the power of AI while keeping humans at the center of what they do best, which is provide personalized and empathetic services to the human clients. In this video, we are going to explore firsthand how to give such a service. And before we go to the actual tutorial, let's first look at the demo, shall we? So let's load our NoLabs Dental Agency website and click on Get Free Assistance Online.
Hello, I'm Dela, your dental assistant at NoLabs Dental Agency. Can I know if you are the patient or you're representing the patient?
Yes, I am the patient.
Wonderful. May I have your name, please?
My name is John.
Nice to meet you, John. Could you please provide me with your email address?
Yeah, there you
It
go.
helps me. Thank you for that, John. Just to double check, it's knogmail.com, right?
Yep, that's right.
Perfect. How can I assist you today? Are you
I am
experiencing
having
any
like
dental?
severe dental pain and bleeding in my teeth.
It sounds like you might need urgent care due to the severe pain
Getting
and
the call
bleeding. It's
now.
best to see a professional as soon as possible. Would you like me to help you book an appointment?
So I'm going to go mute now because I'm going to talk over the phone as an human assistant. So let's go do that. Hey John. Let me get video. Wait. Hey John. I got your message. I think you just need that medicine and this medicine, and that should help. Um, I also think that you should take an in-person appointment. So I would let the AI agent help you on that. So see you soon. And then I'm going to disconnect the call. And as soon as I do that, the AI agent should take over.
I hope the information you received was helpful. Are you happy to proceed with booking an in person appointment for your dental issues?
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
Great. I've sent a link to book your dental appointment to your email, kn2getter@gmail.com. Please check your
There you
inbox
go.
and
As you can see, the email has just arrived. And this is the email. I can click this link and I can just book a calendar or something like that. Yeah. So this was the demo. I hope this was really interesting to you. And so now let's go ahead and deep dive into the main tutorial. I'm really sorry for all the echo that you have seen in the demo. It was really hard to play as a customer, also as a customer service agent at the same time. So yeah, again, I'm sorry for that. But what I wanted to actually show you is how effective it is to actually have the AI agent in the loop when you are designing your customer service support system, right? While most of the other AI agent system or like voice AI agent system that you would find in the online, basically what it does is it basically just calls back the customer service desk and let the customer service desk talk with the real customer. However, what I believe is really powerful is when you have the AI agent also in the loop, so that if let's say the customer agent needs to know something, or maybe the user needs some help or the customer needs some help, the AI agent can still be functioning in the background while they are communicating over the phone or over the whatever media that they are using. So that is the whole idea why we have created the demo. Now it's time we deep dive into the actual setup. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and discuss the process flow, and then we'll discuss the code. Okay, so let's dive in. Okay, so now we have came into our process flow diagram, and if you have seen my previous video on the same topic, you have probably seen this particular business use case already. For those of you who have just came up to this video, so there are two other video that I have already uploaded on this particular architecture, where in the first video we have discussed about how WebRTC work and how, let's say, companies like OpenAI have designed their voice AI system. And in that video we have shown you how you can actually achieve that without spending a lot of cost in using OpenAI, real-time API model or anything, right? You can basically use any other cheap model and you can still be able to create this kind of voice AI system, which is really, really fast, latency free, and give a real-time experience. So please check out the video first if you are coming out straight to the video. In the second video, we have actually discussed in detail about this particular business model. I'm not going to go through very detail about how each and every business process is working in this customer service agent I've designed. So this I have already covered in the previous video, where we have set up a multimodal agent to be able to serve as a customer service agent. Even we have turned the website into a multimodal AI agent powered website. So I have shown you all that. So in this video, what I have done basically is I have introduced these three elements. So just to give you a very quick run through, what is happening is whenever a customer visits a dental agency business, the website is giving out options to actually turn it into a customer service agent itself. So that's really the website for the future. This is how I believe the website is going to be in the near future. Especially the customer service related websites are not going to be something that where you just get information, right? So it will turn into more interactive based websites in the future. So what we are doing is basically as the AI assistant is communicating with the user, it will keep all this user information, save it into the CRM. Again, I have shown you all of this in the previous video, how it's doing that. In the previous video, I've also shown you how you can share images, videos, web feeds, and how AI agent can process that while it is still doing all the communication in the live conversation. And then it's asking user if he is okay to have the appointment booked. If users agreed, then it was sending the appointment link. What we have added in this video is basically we have added the capability where the AI agent will know, in this particular example, it will probably analyze the user's problem, and if it says that the problem is urgent, for example, in the demo I have said that I am having severe pain, I am having bleeding on my teeth, which the AI agent kind of intelligently understood that this is a very urgent request. So as a result, what it does, it just calls the customer help desk immediately on the back channel, add the customer service person into that particular meeting, and then the customer service person will talk with the customer or help the customer with medicines or whatever is needed. Because again, this is a medical sector, it's highly regulated. I think one of the users have pointed out in the earlier video as well, which I agree. That is why we can actually introduce a human agent to actually do all the medical advice that the user need. And then once that is done, then the AI agent will basically take over the conversation. So the very idea is we should use the AI agent to do all the trivial tasks while we keep our human customer service desk to do what is really necessary, what is really best that the human can do, that is providing the empathetic service to different human clients. So again, as I said, my entire belief is not to replace humans or replace the workers, because what I believe is AI can really empower users rather than just replace their jobs. Okay, so this is how I have imagined and designed this particular service, and I'll show you the code in just a while. So what's happening after AI agent taking over is basically again asking the user for confirmation if user still want to go ahead for the in-person appointment, and then if customer agrees, it will just send the booking link. And we have also already discussed about how AI agent can actually asynchronously check if an appointment is already booked using the link and offer additional help. Okay, so this is how the entire system will work. There are like step 2, we have again discussed this step 2 in the previous video, so please make sure to watch that video, or maybe make sure to watch from the first basically. So with that said, I think it's time we can move to the actual code, and I can show you the changes that we have done or the additions that we have done in the code base to make it call the customer help desk. Yeah, so let's go to the code base and let me show you how it is done. So as you know, we are not using any kind of GPT latest model like speech to speech model or anything, because that is all costly. So we are using GPT-4o-Mini in this case, that is much cheaper. Plus we are using DeepGram. I have already discussed all this in previously, so this is all to save some cost. Now what we have done additionally, these are the functions that is already available in the previous video. However, what we have done is we have added this particular check in the assess dental urgency. So if there is a dental urgency, like if there is keywords like severe pain, swelling, bleeding, trauma, knocked out, broken, you can add any more, or you can even actually use AI model to intelligently find that out, but I just saved some cost there. What we are doing are just returning call human agent as a keyword. So this function details is going to the LLM as part of the voice assistant call, and once it finds that user is saying any of this word, it's just returning call human agent. And here in below in the assistant function called finished, what we have said is that if the function name is assess dental urgency and the function result is call human agent, then what we are doing, we are fetching the human agent's phone number that is from our env local file, and then we are actually doing an asynchronous create task. So this is all these codes are non-blocking. That is why you are seeing such a good performance with lower latency, right? So we are just calling the create sip participant method, and what this create sip participant method is doing is it's just using an sip trunk and calling the number. Now what is sip trunk and how to create one and how to test it, I'll just go ahead and I'll show you in just a few minutes, so please hang on there. I just wanted to run through this code base first. So this is basically using the LiveKit API to create an SIP participant with a specific SIP trunk ID and the phone number that it is presented, and then it's basically in the back channel it is calling that, and we are adding that particular participant into the same room where the agent and the customer have already in discussions, right? So this is really important that you specify the same room name. Now where we are getting the room, if you can see here where the function is being called, it's providing ctx.room.name, that is the context of this particular call, and inside that the room and the name that we are passing here. Okay, and we are also setting human agent present to true. Why we are doing that is because once the human agent is available, we don't want double talk. What I mean by that is, let's say when human agent is making a communication, it's on the same room where the AI agent is still running, right? So let's say if the user says something, the tendency of the AI agent will be to actually process that information, but we don't want to do that, right? We don't want to create blocker when the customer service agent having chat with the customer, right? So that is why we are setting the flag as true. And what we are doing is in the answer method, which is where the AI assistant is generating the AI response, we are first checking if the human agent present is set to true, and if that is true and AI assistance is not required, then it will just print human agent is present and AI assistant is silent, and it will return. So that means we are not doing any kind of AI processing, so we are saving some cost there. Okay. So apart from that, there is not a lot of things that we have added. So this is the only functions that we have added. Of course, you can actually add more functions and more functionality to it, which is what I was also doing here. And hopefully if this part is completed, I'll bring another video where you will see more sophisticated customer service agent. But yeah, this is what we have done so far. Now let me talk a little bit about what is SIP trunk, how to do the outbound calling, because this is an outbound call that the AI agent is doing intelligently based on the conversation. So I'm going to show you all that. Okay, so let's go ahead and show you that first. So as you know already, if you have seen my other videos, that we are making this agent using LiveKit. LiveKit is an open source project which is used and which use WebRTC framework, which is really powerful, by the way. And LiveKit provides the server, the SDKs and everything, and this is all completely free. You can self-host it, although for this purpose of this demo we are using their cloud versions, and again it is not any kind of promotional video for them. So if you want to use any other WebRTC provider, you're free to do that, that's fine. But this is an open source project, so you can actually go to their GitHub and you can run your own LiveKit server. But the point is, what we wanted to do in this particular instance is we wanted to make an outbound call by the AI agent. So there is a document here making outbound calls, right? So I'll attach this link in the video description if you want to read more about it. Okay, now to be able to call any mobile number from your agent system or from your agent server, you need some kind of integrator like Twilio or Telnix or similar like provider, right? Where you will actually, which will actually transform your digital call into a PSTN network based call, and it will call over the PSTN network to your mobile. So what we are doing in this case is we are just creating an SIP trunk. Let me see if there is a better diagram that I can show you somewhere. Yeah, so this is the diagram. I just hope it is visible to you. I don't know if there is a, but yeah, let me just show you quickly. Okay, so this is your LiveKit server, which is really like the central point or where it manage all your clients that have connected to that particular discussion room or something. So it basically spawns a different room whenever a client want to, let's say, have a discussion with your AI agent. Now what it does is, let's say if you want to make a call out to a third party like a number basically over PSTN network, the LiveKit server actually needs to connect to an SIP or an SIP server, and then this SIP will actually connect to the SIP trunk provider. Okay, so the SIP trunk provider here is Twilio or Telnix or similar like providers. So basically LiveKit server will use LiveKit's SIP, and this using this SIP trunk ID, it will connect to the trunk provider, which is Twilio in this case, and then Twilio will actually make a call to the desired phone number. Now this diagram is showing inbound request. That's why you see Alice is calling the SIP trunk provider, and then SIP trunk provider is calling the SIP trunk service within LiveKit, and which is also connecting with the LiveKit server. But this architecture is basically same for the outbound agent as well, or outbound call as well. Now few of the things that you need to do first is, if you haven't done already, you need to actually register to Twilio. So do it for free. So this is not going to cost you anything for the testing purpose. So please make sure you go to console.twilio, register yourself, and please first make that registration done. So once you register, you will get like a $15 of free trial. So this is really important that you need to actually able to test this. Now one of the first thing that you need to do is to buy a number. So basically you go to your specific region. In my experience, you can easily get an United States phone number rather than an Ireland or Europe region number, because there is a regulatory requirement to get a business phone number there. So that is why I have got a free phone number from the United States phone number. So you can just go there, click on manage, go to active number, and you can click buy a number if it is for the first time. Okay, now what you need to do is just go to search bar and go to SIP trunk provider. So Elastic SIP trunk, right? So you go there, then it says that Twilio's Elastic SIP trunk enable you to make or receive telephone calls from your IP communication infrastructure. That means we can use our web infrastructure, which is based on WebRTC. So LiveKit is a WebRTC server. So from WebRTC, if we want to make a call to a PSTN network like your mobile phone, which works on a carrier-based network, you need an SIP trunk. So the full form of SIP is Session Initiation Protocol. So this basically helps you initiate a session between a PSTN network and a digital infrastructure or IP-based network. Okay. Now what you need to do is just create a new SIP trunk first. Okay, so you just click there and just give it a friendly name. I have already created it, so I'm just going to open it. Once you do that, and once you go inside that, you will get like four different tabs here in the left. Okay, so one of the first thing that you need to do, there's nothing that you need to do here, just keep it as basic. So what you need to do is first set the origination. So origination will define where the Twilio SIP trunk is expected to receive the call, or where it is expected to get the request from. Or, okay, so basically you are just ensuring, it's more of a security, that you are ensuring that not just anyone can call this SIP trunk. So you are basically putting a security policy saying this is the origin URI from where this will allow any kind of SIP trunk call. Okay, how do you get this? Is again very easy. You go back to these documentations here basically, and then you go to telephony. Okay, so click on the telephony, and then when you go to telephony, you click on quick start. So when you click quick start, you will get this URL. So this is on the cloud. If you have self-hosted it, so you have to go to your self-hosted LiveKit server to get this. So this is the cloud one, and you have to make sure you have logged in. So if you logged in, this will be automatically generated, and it is unique per account. So make sure you get that from this. Again, I'll add this link in the video description. So you copy that first, and then what you have to do is come back, and then you have to come back here in the SIP trunking, and you have to add that, and in the end add transport equal to TCP. Set the priority 1, wait to 1, and just click OK, and that will add your origination URL. Okay, once that is done, you don't have to do anything here. So your origination URL is set. That means your Twilio trunk provider now knows where it is expecting the request is coming from. Now you need to know the termination URL. That means you are going to set the, you are going to create a termination URL, and then you are going to provide it to the LiveKit server, so that your LiveKit server knows where to actually call to the SIP trunk provider. Okay, so basically you will just specify any domain name here, and this is the whole URL. So it's like local nodetogether.pst.twilio.com. That is what I have set. You can set it any value really, but this part is like fixed. Okay, and then you have to add some IP access control list. Okay, this is again another security feature. So, this is basically you are saying in the SIP trunk provider that where the SIP trunk requests are allowed to come from. Okay, so I have said all allowed and all internal. How do I do that? Just click plus, give any name, and I am going to specify 0.0.0.0 and set to 1 to ensure this SIP trunk provider is going to receive the incoming call or the outgoing call from any of the IP in this range. Why we are doing that? This is specifically written in their in the LiveKit document that if you are using their cloud versions, you should set that, because they do not have a specific range. Somewhere they have written it, actually I have read it. Yeah, so IP range is required, so set range that include all IP. Okay, so this is because if you're using the LiveKit cloud SIP, they do not have a static IP address range, so that is the reason. But if you're using your own SIP, if you're using your own LiveKit server, then that's not a problem at all. You can actually set a specific URL here. Okay, so you add that, and then you add 127.0.0.0, yeah, and /1. So this will also add this range. Okay, so make sure to add that, and then you have to create a credentials. Again, just add some name, any name that is first fine, and add a username and password. So this username and password your LiveKit server should use when it is calling this particular SIP trunk provider. This is just to authenticate this, the SIP trunk provider. Once you do that, just click save, and your SIP trunk is ready. The next thing that you have to do is just go to number, and then you add the number that you have bought, for free basically. So just add it here, just click add number here, and then click add existing number, and that number that you have bought will be available there. Just click add, and it will be added there, and that's it. So your SIP trunk provider is now ready to go. Now what you have to do to test, before you even test this particular helpdesk function, is you have to first install the LiveKit CLI. Okay, so just go ahead, install the LiveKit CLI, I think there is this documentation about installing CLI. So for every other system, they have a documentation. So just go ahead and install the CLI. And once you install the CLI, just do LK Cloud Auth if you're using their cloud version. Again, cloud version is free to use, so don't worry about it. Just do that, and your LiveKit CLI will be ready. Again, you do not need LiveKit CLI to run the agent code that we are running, but if you're setting it first time, I would recommend that you first use the LiveKit CLI to set up and test everything, and then only you go and use this particular code and make the call. Okay, so what is the next step? The next step is to create this LiveKit SIP trunk ID, or to just register your LiveKit SIP to the trunk provider. How do you do that? Again, very simple. All you have to do is just add a outbound trunk.json, this kind of a JSON file. Here you will give your trunk name. So this is the same name, like for this one, for example, we have given a any name that you can actually want, and then you have to specify the address. So I have shown you the address previously, so I'll go back here. So in the termination, you see this particular termination URI, so use that for again, don't use mine, please create your own. Again, this is all free, by the way. Okay, so just go there and set that at a particular address, add your phone number, the trial phone number that you have bought from your account, and then add the auth username and password. Where do you get it? Again, here, when you have created the credentials, that particular credentials, you add it there. And once you have done that, just save this file. Now what you need to do is just run a command, lksip create, lksip outbound create outbound trunk2, or whatever the JSON file name that you have. Once you hit that enter, you will get a trunk ID. So this is how you have registered your LiveKit SIP to the SIP trunk provider. Okay, and now you're just going to copy this, and then you are going to create a participant. Now you are going to create this participant. So here you will specify the particular trunk that you have created, and then you provide a number that you want to call. I would recommend you use your own number, because when you are on the trial account, Twilio only allows you to call to a validated number. So I'm going to add my own number here, and then I'm going to show you how you can call. So now we are going to hit this command, lksip participant create sip participant.json. Once I hit enter, I should now get a call to my number. So as you can see, I am getting number in here, so I'm just getting the call. I'll accept it, and this is all connected to my LiveKit server. Of course, you won't hear anything because there is no AI agent or anything running, but this is to make sure that your outbound call is working using the WebRTC framework, using the LiveKit and Twilio SIP trunk provider. I really hope this is all making sense to you. If it is not, please let me know in the comment whatever is your confusion, and I'll try to make it more easy for you. But unfortunately, this is a bit complicated, I agree. It's a bit advanced guide to follow. I will also try to actually show you in the diagram. Maybe I just create one and just show you quickly. Now once this is all tested, that means you are ready to go. Okay, so now as the next step, what you need to do is just again copy the SIP trunk ID, and then you need to come here into this .env file and just update this SIP trunk ID here. Again, all these codes are available, by the way, so click the link in the description below and just get all this code. Okay, so this code will be available to you. Please make sure to run this AI assisted customer helpdesk.py file. This is ready to go. This one is still not ready to go, even though you will have access to this one. This is something that I'm working on probably for the next video. Just update the SIP trunk ID and provide the human agent phone number. That is your phone number, of course, in this case, if you are just testing, and there you go. It should be all ready. Okay, now everything is ready. All you have to do, just install, just create a conduct and create environment or any of the Python environment, install everything using the requirement.txt and just run like Python AI assisted helpdesk.py start. And once you start that, the agent will start, it will register it into a LiveKit room. And I'll also start the client, which is this one. Is I think already running. So the client you can just access using localhost 3000, and we can just click here, and that should actually connect our AI agent.
I'm Dayla, your dental assistant at No Labs Dental Agency.
And so that is how you can actually set up your AI agent customer help desk system, where you can use AI agent with your human-based help desk support system to provide excellent service to your customer. Okay, and also keep your customer happy and get better rating for your agency or whatever business you are in. So that was the demo all about. So again, use the link below to download all the code that I have shown you. So before we go and close the video, let me quickly show you how the entire SIP stuff are working, just on a very high level for your understanding. Okay, so basically what is happening in this entire architecture is you have a LiveKit server, and this LiveKit server, we also have like some LiveKit agent that's here. So this is agent, this is server, this is LiveKit WebRTC server. Okay, now, and we also have like a client here. Maybe at the same layer we have a client, right? So the client here is this website where the customer will come and connect, and we also have our customer help desk basically number. Okay, so this is also another client. So what is happening basically is, when you are first trying to connect through the website, LiveKit server is spinning up a room here, like a meeting room. So this basically spawns up the room, and then your client connect to that room, and then your agent also connect to that room. So this is a room, let's just name it a room. Okay, and then based on the communication, if agent decides that it needs to call out the customer help desk, what it does is basically it basically asks the LiveKit server through the room that please connect to the SIP trunk provider, which is Twilio in this case. So I'm going to write Twilio SIP provider. So it asks the LiveKit server to go there, but to go there it needs an SIP register here. So this is like LiveKit SIP. So using this SIP trunk ID, it connect to the Twilio provider, and then the Twilio provider is actually calling this customer service desk. And once the customer service desk person is accepting the call, it is basically adding into the same room. So that means now all these three participants are in the same room and doing all the communication. And what we have done in the code is we have added a particular section here to show you that on context room participant disconnected. That means if a participant disconnects there, I mean, we should have actually add another if statement there to ensure that the participant who have disconnected is the customer service desk agent. I was just feeling a bit lazy, so I haven't done that. So basically, if a participant disconnects, which in this demo was the customer service desk agent, then we are just printing that a human agent disconnected, and we are saying the AI model that, hey, human agent is disconnected, please ask that if it was helpful, and if you ask the user if he or she is okay to proceed with the in-person appointment. And that is what you have seen in the demo. That's what it is doing. So basically, once this connection is gone, once this connection is disconnected, AI agent is immediately knows that someone has disconnected, and it knows that it's the customer service desk who have disconnected. So it will immediately communicate client, oh, by just assuming that the discussion was okay. So it was asking for feedback, and it was also asking for in-person appointment. You can actually do more customization, like you can charge the client before you actually hand over to the customer's help desk and all this bits. So all these trivial tasks you can do using the AI agent, and you can really create a very robust AI agent system while keeping the human in the loop to provide really, really sophisticated and futuristic services to your clients. And I'm sure your clients will be happy to see that that you are using the latest technology while keeping the human flavor and empathetic service on. Yeah, I really hope this all have actually made sense to you. I really understand this is a bit complex topic of discussion. If you have any confusion or comments or suggestions, please let me know in the video. And as you know, we cover a lot of this kind of interesting topics and real business use case in this channel. So please make sure to subscribe to the channel, and please take care, and I'll see you on the next video. Okay, so till then, please take care, and I'll see you on the next one.